Hey, my name is Darren James Burnside. I'm looking to do civil rights kind of things with my life, and in order to do that, I have to be able to do speeches and kind of improv speeches and things like that. So this is kind of practice for that as well. You know, you'll learn something. It's about rights, human rights, urban rights, African American rights, just people's rights in general. But we'll start with I guess introduction of myself. I grew up in a small town. I currently live in a small town, but I care about two causes. One, I care about the gang violence in Canada and America. I care about the gang members in Canada and America. The fact that they've been getting cheated and just put in a terrible situation. I also care about women prostitutes who are forced into it, and I know some gangs do this, but just a select few. And from what I understand, for the most part, what it is just the women choose to do it. But if it's ever a situation where it's a woman, like sex slavery, basically the average age is 13. They're held in a room all day long and have to go to the washroom. Besides that, you know, they're forced to do that 15 times a day, so 15 clients, 30 men, you know. I'm thinking like 30 old men. Anyways, so even though I'm for gang members and things like that, for the ones who are taught that method, or, you know, whatever you want to call that, it's nothing personal. It's just because I care about the females involved, and if a woman wants to do that, then, you know, then that's up to her. I'm not against telling people, you know, what to do. I'm against somebody being held against their will, you know. So I guess we can just agree to disagree, because I'm here to help both parties overall, and hopefully we can get something good going. So my first project is called I Want My Rights Canada, and basically what it is asking to raise welfare, create recreational programs, parks, supported businesses, like funded businesses, give them grants and things like that for black-owned businesses or whatever businesses in urban areas. And basically just bring recreation, you know, a good life to these people, because they've been so messed up since, like, their path has been messed up because of racist oppression. They aren't messed in any kind of way, not what I meant. They're very strong people, good people, a lot of character, good hearts, better people on average, if you ask me. But yeah, I guess I'll go over what I do mean. Basically, if you don't understand history, starts with racism in the 1900s, like first slavery, obviously, and then the racism afterwards, right up until the 40s, 50s, and then the 60s. And in the 60s, there was kind of like a revolt. Okay, we've had enough, that's it. You know, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the Black Panthers, the Nation of Islam, people getting involved, celebrities getting involved, Muhammad Ali, and different celebrities getting involved in the Nation of Islam and Islam. So then you have them doing positive for a while, and then all of a sudden the Black Panthers end up getting arrested or killed. Every Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, even JFK, who was a white individual who tried to help and tried to speak out, they were all shot. So I see it as like a retaliation. I really do. I think it was racism, revolt, retaliation, and now it's just a mess. And that's whenever I was saying they've been messed over, like they've been messed over, they've been screwed. That's why I'm speaking out and intend to. So as a part of the retaliation, as you want to call it, of racist people who were the police, the governors, everything at the time, for those people rights there, everybody was racist and, you know, gave them a really hard time, treated them like they weren't human beings, and that's terrible. Everybody should be treated equally like a human being, and it's bad on both ends, you know, because if somebody's not treating somebody very well, then they themselves aren't a happy or good person, you know. So you're mistreating yourself when you're mistreating other people. You're hating yourself when you're hating other people. Anyways, and then came in cocaine, which actually started in rich districts in New York, and then from there to the 80s. So now we're past like the you know, getting into the 80s, kind of rolling 60s were created because of racism, which was a group for African American youth. So, you know, it was like a club for them because they couldn't get into the Scouts or anything, which is all white and racist. So then crack cocaine came in, and now the rolling 60s became the Crips. The Crips actually got their name from a guy's brother was crippled, and they called him Crip and wrote on a shoe Crip, and that's where Crip comes from. And then Bloods came afterwards, and now it's just a huge mess. Kids killing each other over cocaine, crack cocaine, which cocaine first came in the 80s via the government, the CIA. Really did. You can do it. Google search Contra cocaine scandal. The CIA paid some, I think they were Colombian guys, to bring shipments of cocaine into America to make money. But basically what came out of it was crack cocaine and this horrible situation we have today. And you might think, if you're from a nice area, oh, today everything's perfect and everything's great. You're not living in an area where everybody's strapped with a gun because they're not sure if they're going to get killed or shot or robbed or raped. And that was from post-racism and cocaine and illegal gun sales causing black on black violence. So, I mean, I'm not here to speak about that because I'm not from the background to do that. For me, I'm here to speak out to try to reduce bad things in places, you know. So the I Want My Rights Canada is about raising welfare, because whenever that's happened in certain places, the welfare improved the community and gang violence went way down. Have recreation like music leagues, sport leagues, better education systems, better paid teachers, more qualified teachers, you know what I mean? Supported education, supported business, all that. So I'm saying, and have like parks and recreation, and businesses invest in to certain areas that are kind of tougher, rougher areas where the only thing they do is kind of trap, they call it, which means to sell crack. There's nothing else to do, there's no jobs, economic depression. And this is all an echo of what's going on in the US. Canada's kind of the echo of. So that's the idea, and at the end of it, the whole goal is to gain support, then do a petition, and have that petition be so big, like an online petition. I'll send it to members of parliament that something has to be done. Did you know that $12 billion are spent on correctional relation kind of things, correctional related things, lawyer fees, jail costs, like to run prisons, you know, just the whole thing. $12 billion. You're telling me you're spending $12 billion to keep people in, but you won't spend a small budget to raise welfare, you know, improve the education system with funding, improve the... Anyways, to raise welfare, which will decrease gang violence. Education, fund it so people are well educated. They did this thing in the UK and Ireland, where the crime was so bad in Ireland that they gave free education, free college, free university, really supported it. And then all of a sudden their economy went way up, the crime went way down. So educated people is a big thing. And not only this is spending money, but you're spending money to actually save money, because you're going to save a ton of money on this huge $12 billion correctional system thing that you're creating. You're creating it. You're allowing it. The government, whatever party is running it, whenever you hear this video, right now it is conservative, but who knows? We're allowing it and creating it. But you'll be able to save money. That's the thing. So, raising welfare, better education, sports teams, music programs, sports programs for kids, all that. Parks, recreation, invest in businesses, supported businesses. Take maybe like a large sum, not quite as large as what you're spending to keep people in prison, but take a certain amount and be like, okay, this is to keep them out. This is to keep people out of a bad lifestyle, instead of keeping them in prison. So that's just what I have to say about that. That's the whole point. So after all that, I'm going to get a petition, and it's going to be such a big petition that, something's going to be done. Something's going to be done. An online petition that I'm going to send to, people in Canada, like governors, the governor of Toronto, mayor of Toronto, Supreme Court justice, all these people. I'm going to get these petitions and put it into action. The whole idea is put it into action, not just talk. So that is the idea and the cause, and it's for gang members, urban youth, basically for them. It's for them, their families, their environment. Like, if you don't think it's that bad, you can Google real Toronto or real Scarborough and see that there are really people walking around carrying guns, not sure whether they're going to get shot and killed or die that night, just trying to improve some lives, So besides that, my other cause, which I'll get into a different video, is for human trafficking. Not necessarily all pimping, and I realize all views of it. The women who want to do it, which is difficult because I have friends who say the women who want to do it is terrible. Personally, I don't even look at adult entertainment because I know it funds it. So that's my point of view, but at the same time I realize people are people. So, people make mistakes, they get in the wrong things. So that's everything I have to say. That's my first speech practice, and what I have to say, what the goal is, and what the cause is. Here, let me pull this up so you can go visit if you like. Let me see. I want my rights Canada.blogspot.ca is the one. And the other is, you can search on Facebook, Happy Home Program, or The Happy Home Program. The Happy Home Program. You should be able to find it and find me. That's for the sex slaves who are living in bad conditions, which will be a different video, but until then, I'm with you. I'm behind these people. I'm sick of how much bad has happened to these people, and I'm willing to do something about it. So, to the good fight, and peace. Have a good day.